Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking heroes. We talking the Black Panther sequel, y'all. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Been waiting for any snippet of information about this movie, and we got the main title. We got the official title, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. And I gotta tell you, man, very simplistic title, but it means so much to me, man. I love the font, I love the look of the letters. I even like the fact that Wakanda Forever is much bigger than the Black Panther font here. And are they trying to give us some type of message? And that's why I made that video. But my initial reaction to the new logo, to the new title, was pretty good, man. I was cheesing more than Okoye. I was cheesing more than Thor was when he saw the Incredible Hulk that time. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that great feeling was short-lived when I realized once again that T'Challa isn't being recast, man. I felt like Christopher Reeve Superman. Yeah, I know. I'm all over the place, man. It's just a bag of mixed emotions, man. I'm happy a new movie is coming. I'm happy that the other characters are popping up in like the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm happy that these boys are coming back. I'm happy Coogler's back. But man, without my boy Chadwick, it's just bittersweet. And it could have made a transition easier for most people, most fans like myself, if they would have just did a simple recast. Now, without the recast, I don't know where they're going with this movie, man. They have to be careful. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. Okay, so I just want to jump straight into it and just talk about what this title means. Black Panther in very small font, and then Wakanda Forever in very big font. You get what I'm saying? Those things matter. And it makes me think, are they going to move away from the Black Panther mythos altogether? Is no one going to take up the mantle? I mean, there's rumors that Shuri may take up the mantle. There's even rumors that M'Baku may take up the mantle. Is even a rumor saying that they're going to come out with an original character, that someone from the other tribes will emerge as the Black Panther. And to be honest with you, whatever they decide to do is going to be pushback. You know, it's going to be pushback. If you were to recast the role, it would have been pushback. If you would have, just went with M'Baku, pushback. You know, if it was Shuri, pushback. So they're kind of in a tough spot. I have to give them that. But I think one of the worst things you can do altogether is to have a Black Panther film, or have a Black Panther show that's coming on Disney Plus, or have, a Wakanda show with no Black Panther. You gotta have the Black Panther, man. Too much history. You gotta keep the respect going for the fans. You really should have recast T'Challa, but I don't want to beat a dead horse. Maybe there's some way they're gonna recast him through the multiverse or something. Who knows? But the way Lupita talks, the way Coogler talks, the way Angela Bassett talks, the way Letitia Wright talks, is like, if you recast T'Challa, it's almost like they're gonna walk. And that's what happens when you have people who are fans of the film Black Panther and not necessarily fans of the character Black Panther. Because if you're really a nerd, a blurred, deep into the comics, which I admit I wasn't really deep into the Black Panther comics, but after the movie dropped, I read everything I could get my hands on, especially with the pandemic and us being locked inside. I pretty much read every Black Panther comic that I could get my hands on, literally hundreds. You get what I'm saying? Of comics. I've read these things, man, issues. So I fell in love with the character T'Challa. So to have a movie not based off of him is going to be kind of odd. And then the fact that so many people are saying that the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to honor Chadwick Boseman's legacy with the character, and I'm like, well, how can you honor him as a character if you're not planning to have any CGI? And I'm not saying you should have him CGI the whole movie. That'd be kind of disrespectful. But we're not gonna get, we're not gonna get that Fast and the Furious moment where we can say goodbye to the character. The character is not gonna die on screen in dramatic fashion. When I think about The Mandalorian and how they brought Luke Skywalker back, just for those brief moments, doesn't Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther deserve that? And don't get me wrong, they're not going to reveal all their secrets. That could be in the works. But it just gets me to thinking like, man, how are they going to structure this film? How are they going to structure the mythos? You get what I'm saying? Are they just going to leave the Black Panther character on the cutting room floor? I don't think they can do that. I don't think they should do that. I'd rather them, I'm not a big fan of giving it to Shuri because this particular version of Shuri is a very reluctant fighter. So her becoming a fighter in less than a film is kind of weird. My bet is just to come up with a new Black Panther altogether. It may not be T'Challa, but another male protagonist, because I feel like the world needs more black male heroes, black male figures. We got a black Captain America now. This will mesh really well with where the MCU is going right now. You get what I'm saying? So they just have to be careful not to forget about the source material. At the end of the day, man, Ryan Coogler and, the boys at Marvel, they putting a lot of pressure on themselves, man. It would have been the easier move for them to recast and kind of deal with the backlash for a couple months. And then we would have been set. We would have had a set story, a set hero, a set character. Now you kind of moving things around. You're restructuring the story on the fly. He's reshaping the story. Is he sticking to the comics or is he doing his own thing? Is he going too far left, too far right? You get what I'm saying? Are you just not going to have a superhero film at all? Is this not a superhero film with a male protagonist? Is this not a Black Panther movie anymore? Or it's just about Wakanda? How does that work when you have villains in the works like Namor? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, is a rookie Black Panther going to be able to take on Namor? You get what I'm saying? Like, T'Challa in the comics barely took this guy. So it's just, they're moving a lot of pieces here, man, and they're being real silent with the story, which I get to a certain extent because we still have a year plus before this movie is out. But man, you gotta be careful. This thing can spiral out of control easily. But I gotta be honest, whatever they do is enough to draw me in. I'm not gonna abandon the franchise. I just hope they don't mess this up because I love the first film a lot. Just don't mess it up, guys. And to all those fans out there saying, I'm not going to support it if T'Challa is in there, you're going to support this, man. Come on. Let's still support if it's good. At least give them a shot because this situation, they're not handling it the way we want them to handle it, but it's still an unprecedented situation. There's no handbook to this, guys. So let's cut them some slack. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Check out the other videos on the channel. Thank you again for kicking it with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.